I helped a local contractor recover $8,400 in forgotten labor costs last month by using an AI voice-to-quote system that took me 2 hours to build. He didn't have to type a single word, and I'm currently charging him $500 a month just to keep the lights on for this automation. This isn't about some passive income dream or selling AI-generated art on Etsy. This is about solving a massive, expensive problem for the people who actually keep your city running: plumbers, HVAC techs, and electricians. These guys are brilliant at their jobs, but they are absolute disasters at paperwork. They spend 12 hours a day on job sites, and by the time they get home, the last thing they want to do is sit in front of a laptop and type out a detailed professional quote. So what do? They pencil whip it. They send a vague text message with a highball number, or worse, they forget to invoice for 3 hours of labor and $200 in copper fittings. They are leaking cash every single day. The AI influencers will tell you to start an agency that writes blog posts for these people. That is a waste of time. These businesses don't need blog posts. They need to get paid for the work they already did. Most people trying to make money with AI right now are making the same mistake. They are looking for creative uses for ChatGPT. They want it to write poems or social media captions. In the real world, nobody pays for poems. People pay for efficiency and accuracy. If you can bridge the gap between a messy job site and a professional invoice using an AI workflow, you aren't just a freelancer, you are a high-value consultant. Here is the actual method, and I'm going to break down the tech stack because you need to stop using the ChatGPT web interface if you want to charge real money. The goal is to build a voice-to-quote pipeline. Step 1 is the input. You give the contractor a dedicated phone number or a simple web form with a recording button. When they finish a job or a site walkthrough, they don't type, they talk. They say something like, "Hey, I'm at the Johnson place. We swapped out the 1500-watt heating element, used 3 feet of half-inch copper, 2 elbows, and it took me 2.5 hours because the crawl space was flooded. Quote them for the standard emergency call-out fee plus parts." Step 2 is the processing. You use OpenAI's Whisper API for this. Do not use the default voice-to-text on an iPhone. It's not accurate enough for technical jargon. Whisper can handle the background noise of a construction site and the specific terminology of the trades. Once you have the text, you pass it to GPT-4o with a very specific system instruction. This is where most people fail. They just say, "Format this." That's useless. Your system prompt needs to include the contractor's specific price list. You tell the AI, "You are an expert estimator for Smith Plumbing. Here is our price list. Emergency calls are $200, labor is $90 an hour, copper elbows are $5 each. If the user mentions a flooded crawlspace, add a 15% difficult site surcharge." Step 3 is the output. The AI takes that messy voice note, matches it against the real-world pricing data you provided, and generates a structured JSON object. You then use a tool like Make.com or Zapier to send that data into a professional PDF template or directly into their accounting software like QuickBooks or Xero. The result? The contractor spends 60 seconds talking into their phone while walking to their truck. 5 minutes later, the customer receives a professional, itemized PDF template that looks like it came from a Fortune 500 company. The professionalism alone allows these small businesses to charge 20% more than the guy sending, "It'll be about $3,000" over a text message. I see people overhyping AI agents that are supposed to run entire businesses. Those don't work yet. They hallucinate, they get stuck in loops, and they break. But an AI that simply transcribes, categorizes, and calculates based on a fixed price list, that is bulletproof. It works every single time. Let's talk about the numbers because that's what matters. I'm not guessing here. A mid-sized HVAC company does about 15 to 20 quotes a week. If they miss just 1 hour of labor or 1 part per quote, they are losing $2,000 a month. If they lose a single big contract because their quote took 3 days to send instead of 3 minutes, that's another $5,000 to $10,000 gone. You can walk into any local trade office and offer to automate this for a $2,000 setup fee and a $300 to $500 monthly maintenance fee. You only need 5 clients to hit a 6-figure run rate. What most people do wrong is they try to sell AI. Stop doing that. These guys don't care about large language models. They don't care about tokens or parameters.
If you walk in talking about AI, they will think you're a scammer. You sell the instant quote system. You tell them, I will make it so you never have to type an invoice at 9 p.m. ever again. That is a value proposition that hits them right in their tired, overworked gut. Another mistake is trying to build a custom app from scratch. You don't need to be a coder. You use low-code tools. Use a tool called Fillout for the form, Make.com for the logic, and Google Docs or Bannerbear for the PDF generation. If you try to code this in Python, you'll spend 6 months building something that a simple automation sequence can do in an afternoon. Proof of this working is in the leakage audit. If you want to land a client, offer to do a revenue leakage audit for free. Ask them for their last 10 messy, handwritten, or texted quotes and their actual parts receipts for those jobs. Run them through your AI prompt. Show them exactly how much money they forgot to charge for. When you show a business owner that they left $900 on the table last week simply because they forgot to bill for miscellaneous shop supplies or disposal fees, they will practically throw their credit card at you. To start today, you need to pick one niche. Do not be the AI guy for everyone. Be the AI quote guy for electricians. Go to Google Maps, search for electricians in a city 2 states away from you so you don't feel nervous, and look for the ones with 3-star reviews that say, "Great work, but hard to get a quote." Those are your gold mines. Call them. Don't email. These guys don't check email. Call them and say, I saw your reviews. I have a system that handles your quotes via voice so you can win more jobs without the paperwork. You'll get some no's, but the yeses are worth thousands. This works because it's a painkiller product, not a vitamin. A vitamin is something that might make a business better over time. A painkiller stops a specific sharp pain right now. Losing $10,000 a year to bad paperwork is a sharp pain. Stop watching videos about how to make faceless YouTube channels using AI. That market is saturated with people making 3 cents a month. The boring middle market businesses are where the real money is hiding. They have the budget, they have the problem, and they have zero interest in learning how to use AI themselves. They want a result. If you're worried about the tech, start small. Build the workflow for yourself first. Use a free Make.com account and the OpenAI API. It will cost you about 11 cents to run a test. Compare that to the value of a $500 monthly retainer. The margins in AI automation for local businesses are better than almost any other business model I've seen in the last decade. You are selling high-margin software results with low-cost API inputs. This is the AI lab approach. We don't chase the hype. We chase the inefficiency. Find a guy with a dirty truck and a clipboard, and you've found a client who can help you quit your job. The tools are ready. The businesses are ready. The only thing missing is you setting up the bridge. Get to work.